Welcome back to West Coast Web3. In today's episode, I'm doing a deep dive into what attributes make up a Web3 organization. Now right here, you'll see an awesome image that illustrates where we are on the technological spectrum as far as what is a Web 1, Web 2, and Web 3 company. Now, when I go out on the street and I start cold calling people and saying, hey, point blank, what is a Web 3 company? What constitutes a Web 3 organization? Most of the responses I get back, well, it's anything that's decentralized. Is it a decentralized organization? Is it a decentralized platform that utilizes decentralized data? Those are things that make up a Web 3 organization. And you know what? Those people are right. Smack dab in the middle of the spectrum, you will see decentralized data. And for the most part, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, play-to-earn games, decentralized applications, DAOs are all decentralized organizations that fit this bill quite nicely. So we're currently in this era where Web3 is figuring out what it is, and we are just seeing the emerging technologies that are staking claim to that territory. For better or for worse, cryptocurrencies and blockchain are the clear winners right now. They are not the only organizations that will exist in this Web3 future. They are just the first organizations that exist in this Web3 future. And so let's not downplay Web3 just because it's only crypto, it's only NFTs. Those just happen to be the first iterations of Web3 that have come into existence. And they're doing pretty well. They're now multi-billion-dollar platforms that are exchanging information in a free flow way across borders, across organizations. There's no centralized organization that is going to stonewall Jackson your information, your money, your technology, your ideas. If you put it in an NFT, or if you hold your assets as cryptocurrency and you put it in a hardware wallet, and remember your seed phrase, of course, those are all things that are yours. No one can take that from you, especially if you have that seed phrase memorized. The government could waterboard you and put a gun to your head and they still couldn't get that information out. It is your choice if you want to give that to the government or not. And so that is one aspect of what makes up a Web3 company or a Web3 organization. But there's more than that, guys. It's more than just crypto and NFTs. If you look here, the first one that pops out to me is live videos. I didn't really think about this as a Web3 thing, but it definitely is. Because right now we live in this technological, what do you want to call it, epoch, where I can now make live video, live content on my phone. I don't need some kind of supercomputer or large broadcast organization to make live video. I can do a live video from my phone. And not only that, I can distribute it to multiple platforms simultaneously. I make one piece of live content. I can send it out to TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, all of those organizations simultaneously. And not one of those organizations is stopping me from doing it to the other. Twitch isn't telling me I can't live stream to Instagram. Instagram's not telling me I can't live stream to Facebook. TikTok's not stopping me from doing anything. I can send that one piece of content simultaneously out to multiple organizations at once. Kind of sounds decentralized to me, huh? I don't have to do it in just one platform, and I can do it all myself. It can be whatever content I want. I can say or do whatever I want, kind of freedom of speech and freedom of choice. I don't have to pick just one. I can do all of them simultaneously. And so whenever I started realizing, oh yeah, live video is a new emerging piece of technology that is everything and nowhere all at once. No one's probably watching it, but at the same time, all of these platforms are opening their doors so you can do it. And that is Web3. That is you creating your own content. You are no longer tethered to one organization, and you can do it how you please. And that is one iteration of what a Web3 technology is. The other thing I saw in here that really stood out is the Internet of Things. I don't know if you guys remember this. This is pre-2017, before Bitcoin blew up. Marketing and advertising agencies around the world came up with this idea of the Internet of Things. And what that meant was everything in your home is going to have a computer chip in it and is going to be connected to the internet in some way, shape, or form. And what that meant is my doorbell, my Nest Cam, I could view it from my phone anywhere in the world. I could check to see if my Roomba had finished cleaning the living room. God forbid, I could make sure that my oven is not turned on while I'm taking a vacation in Maui. Peace of mind, I could do that from my phone, from my laptop, anywhere in the world. And that is the Internet of Things. Before the Internet of Things, we used to think that a camera in every home and a recording device in every home was some form of tyrannical control by the government, a la 1984. But no, a computer chip, a recording device, and a camera in every single home actually gives the user, the homeowner, peace of mind. You can check in on your kids, make sure all your assets are safe, and you can do so, again, anywhere in the world whenever you want, and that is the Internet of Things. This is before Web3, this is before cryptocurrencies. Well, it kind of happened at the same time as cryptocurrencies. Before crypto blew up, the Internet of Things was there and was a emerging technology and software in the space. It was them pretty much trying to figure things out, like what is the future of the Internet? Well, it's going to be the Internet of Things. Our technology is everywhere and nowhere all at the same time, and it is talking to each other simultaneously. My doorbell is not tethered to just one remote. I can view it on my phone, view it on my laptop, view it on someone else's phone or laptop. All you do is log into the cloud. And do I want to store that data in the cloud, or do I want to store it on a hard drive locally in my home? Do I want to store that data on my phone, on my laptop? Do I want it everywhere, or do I not want to see it at all? That's a choice that the end user gets to make. I'm not forced to make one decision or another, and that again is what makes up a Web3 company. You are giving the end user choice to freely move their data and their assets across organizations and platforms whenever they want. You cannot stop them. That's the beauty of Web3. Now we have this other image here that I think is pretty awesome. It illustrates what was Web 2 and what was Web 3. And the one thing that really stood out to me, and I've got my wrist slapped a bunch for this, is 3D graphics. Now, the problem here is we always loop in 3D graphics with Web 3 conversations. And the problem here is they're not necessarily the same thing. They are, though, happening at the same time. There is a convergence of technology where Web 3 and this decentralized way of doing things is coming about, while we're also perfecting and distributing more 3D visual effects. AR, VR are all happening at the same time that Web 3 is happening. So we're kind of saying that they're going to happen at the same time, but they're not necessarily synonymous with one another. For example, I live in Seattle, and snow and winter are two different things. You can group them together. However, it snowed in the middle of July here in Seattle, so we can't necessarily say that snow is exclusive to winter and winter exclusively has snow. The same thing is going on with Web 3 and 3D technology. Sure, they're happening at the same time, but they're not necessarily connected to each other. And the reason I think they will happen at the same time is any organization that's going to make a Web 3 platform is going to do itself and its customers a disservice if it doesn't do it in a 3D way. If you make a Web 3 company and it's only two-dimensional, another company is going to come along, do that extra legwork, come out with a 3D version of your platform, and users will flock that direction. So that's why we always group 3D with Web 3, because if you're not using 3D in your Web 3 platform, you're already limping through as it is and you're destined to fail. And so that's why, for the most part, we group those two together. Thanks again for stopping by West Coast Web 3. If you could do me a favor, smash that like and subscribe button. I will keep churning out this glorious West Coast Web 3 action. Do you like crypto, NFTs, and video games? Well, the Fun Uncle YouTube page is your one-stop shop for all of my content across all networks and platforms. You want to make sure to hit the link down in the description below and join me today. You do not want to miss out on any of this content because I work diligently to demystify the complexities of blockchain technology.